Before we continue with the rest of the video, we could use your help. Click that like button to help spread the word about Watch JoJo, and also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos.
Eavesdroppers hear woman confess terrible truth on flight. Realize immediately something has to be done. Most people have a dream job, a job they've been thinking about since their childhood. A few of us have even managed to achieve that dream, though for the majority, life hasn't turned out exactly the way they thought it would when we were young. The plain fact of the matter is that most of us get stuck in a job that serves but one purpose: paying the bills necessary to keep a roof over our heads. Finding a job that you truly love is a rarity, but Kimber Bermudez is one of the few who's managed it. When she started talking with the passenger sitting next to her aboard a flight from Chicago to Florida, she had other things on her mind. But since her friendly neighbor was so talkative and asked Kimber to tell her more about her profession, she started speaking about the job she loves. Kimber's a teacher, and an extremely passionate one at that. Of course, she mentioned this to the man who had sat beside her on the plane as they engaged in small talk. The conversation then moved on to the teaching community at large, with the stranger asking Kimber what the biggest challenge was for modern teachers. Kimber, who's always been frank, held nothing back. She confessed that her work at a low-income school could be heartbreaking at times. She talked about how tough the children there had it and the magnitude of the difficult conditions they endured at home. However, she's never wavered in her conviction of giving everything she has for those kids. She hoped that 2018 would be the year when none of her pupils came to school hungry. The man beside her then asked for her contact details. He explained that his company often makes donations, sometimes to schools like the one Kimber works in. Kimber wasn't expecting anything big, but she gave the man an email address for the school's administration anyway. Shortly after she did, something amazing happened. Here's what Kimber wrote on Facebook. The man behind me tapped my shoulder. I turned around and he apologized for listening to my conversation, and he handed me a wad of cash. He told me to do something amazing and sat back down. I was in complete awe that I had touched a stranger. I realized that there was $100 on top and started to cry. I thanked him and told him how I could buy my students books and give back to the community. I didn't count the money from that man, but I would later find out that he gave me $500. However, things didn't end with this heartwarming gesture alone. When the plane landed, something else happened, something that moved Kimber beyond expectation. The plane landed and the man on the aisle across from me told me that he listened as well. He said that he didn't have much, but he gave me $20. As if my heart couldn't be any happier, the man in front turns around as well. He also handed me money and said he only had $10. I started crying on the plane. I told all four men that I would do something amazing for the kids. I was not telling my story to solicit money and never intended to walk out of that flight with anything other than my carry-on. I do, however, hope that posting this continues the chain reaction of people helping those in need, and especially the children in need. It doesn't have to be a school in Chicago, and any bit helps. My heart's in complete shock and awe right now. When the world seems crazy, there are always good people. I would do anything for my students and want to thank these strangers. I don't know the name of the man who gave me $500 or the other generous strangers, but they deserve to be recognized. I'm thankful for the good people in this world. No child should ever go without anything. This experience has made me want to do more for the kids and use my gift of speaking to help others in need. I want to pass this story around and thank those strangers and their amazing hearts. Teachers are truly a gift to our children, and it's always the most passionate amongst them that leaves the lasting impressions as our kids grow. Thank you, Kimber, for sharing this brilliant story. It's a major reminder that there are yet good people in the world. Since her story went viral, thousands of other people have pledged their support to Kimber's cause and donated money. There's a saying, the average teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the great teacher shows, and the greatest teacher inspires. I certainly know which category Kimber belongs to. Please share this amazing story if you want to help us spread some inspiration around. Together, we can make a difference. Please don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell to receive everything that's new.